This is going to be technically a UFC debut. I feel like this guy, I think he fought in like the road to UFC. Anshul Jubli. He's 7-0, 5-0 in his last five, and he's fighting against Mike Breeden actually. Jubli is 28 years old, 6 feet and 69-inch reach, so he's pretty tall for a lightweight. He's fighting against Mike Breeden, who is 10-6, 2-3 in his last five. Coming off of that, just Terrence McKinney kind of T-Rex kind of just hunted him down and knocked him out. He's actually coming off three straight losses, so not that great for Mike Breeden. 34 years old, 5'10", 70-inch reach. Um, the odds for this fight, I mean, Jubilee opened up. I need to make sure that this is accurate because when I saw this, I thought that was freaking crazy. He opened up at a minus 900, and
Damn.
I know I think that's pretty disrespectful. Honestly, that's kind of weird. And now he's a minus 270. Look, I know that Mike Breeden is he's not the best fighter, right, on the UFC roster. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of accomplishments yet. Hasn't really done much. But man, I'm not sure if this Jubilee guy is a minus 900 in anything. That's pretty wild to me. The fight that I did see Jubilee win was against Jekka. I don't know how to say that guy's last name, but amazingly enough, I mean, I feel so stupid for even thinking this. I was on the Jekka side for that fight, and you can just imagine like how bad that was because like right when you saw the fight start, you're like, oh man, Jekka's gonna get steamrolled. This guy, I don't know what the fuck this guy was
Doing
doing.
some funny shit with the
Yeah,
stage.
like he was like all of his like it seemed like he was a guy who just got picked up from the bar and then they just put in the cage and they're like, yo, like try to fight this dude, and it was all bad from the first bell, dude. Like it was so bad. But yeah, I mean Jubilee's coming off of that win where he kind of ground and pounded and kind of just did whatever to Jekka. Then he had a road to a UFC win that was like a split decision win. So not a lot of not a lot of good record of competition there for this guy. I mean, he's fought twice in the UFC against two guys who might not be UFC caliber. Mike Breeden is a vet. I think that this fight is going to be really difficult to kind of see who wins. I mean, Jubilee has solid striking. He does have grappling skills. I think for how tall he is, for how long he is, he's pretty fast actually. He's not like a slow guy, but I don't think he's like amazing anywhere. But he's like kind of jack of all trades that can do a little bit of everything. Um, he can get hit though if he doesn't commit all the way to mixing in his takedowns. I think you kind of saw that in the first fight that he had against that Korean guy in Road to the UFC. So I don't know if he's the safest guy to be at, like especially at minus 900. I think that's crazy. I mean, Mike Breeden does have decent volume. He is like a decent striker. He also does have a bad chin though, and he can get taken down. I mean, if you just look at Mike Breeden's last few losses, right? Got KO'd by Terrence McKinney, and then he got out grappled by Natan Levy. So his get up game is actually not that bad because he got taken down 9 times. So it means that he got up, right. He can get up from the takedowns, but still, I mean, to get grinded out and then to get KO'd, it's not a good look on your kind of career there. So I don't think that Mike Breeden's even UFC caliber. I don't think that Jubilee is UFC caliber at this point, but I feel like they bring on Mike Breeden for a reason. I feel like they do have him fight these guys who they want to kind of build a record, especially the UFC wants to expand their kind of market share, right? India is a huge market. I don't think that we have any kind of famous kind of Indian fighters yet. So this could be a kind of push for Jubilee to kind of get a dub here, especially on a card like Abu Dhabi. Um, so I'm going Jubilee for the pick, but yeah, I'm staying away from this fight. We need a little bit more information before we could trust a guy like Jubilee at these prices. Alex, what do you think about this fight between Jubilee and Mike Breeden?
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm staying away too. Like there's no way I'm laying that those minus odds on a guy like Jubilee, man. Like five of his 7 wins are like very padded. Like he's fighting bums in the Indian regional scene. just looking at like the records on a Tapology, it's kind of crazy. And then yeah, his last fight, that was just a very funny fight because Jekyll is just making faces and like I don't know, it's a very weird fight. But I will say that I think he has like a very good ground game. So he's definitely going to look to get the fight down to the mat. Um, and Natan Levy was able to take Breeden down quite a few times. Um, but like Breeden hits hard, and if you don't get him out of there in the first round, I could see him like coming on heavy like towards round two, round three. So yeah, like I don't want to touch this fight like at all. For me, like it would probably be like a round two, round three KO prop for Breeden. But I mean, I'm probably not gonna play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably not gonna end up putting any money on it. The over is actually 1.5 now, so they do the bookmakers kind of do think that the fight's gonna end somehow. But yeah, I mean, just yeah, we save the money for the other cards that are gonna happen in the fight because there are a lot more that could be good.